Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Chill Sunday stream. I hope everybody is doing well. We're back with some more Wonder Stars. Last time we were finishing up the 5th episode of the game, and we were about to make our way to escape from the ship after we defeated the captain. I'll give people a couple of minutes to make their way in, but then we'll get started. Until then, we can just chill with this escape music, I guess. Let's see. There we go. Let's make our way up. We can start doing some battles, get reacquainted. Needed to get them both down. I mean, I could just use the lullaby, right? Fast lullaby. Hello, hello, and welcome, merchants. Hope you're having a chill and lovely Sunday, and glad you could join. Yeah, we can just do wide, fast lullaby. Volume seems low for the game or for me? Also, hello and welcome, Imagination. They're at the exact same settings, so I'm going to assume that that's on your end, merchants? Question mark? Let's do... I don't know if you're experiencing memory loss. Let me see if that fixes that. It's slightly low. I don't know what to do to fix that because it's the... like, I can't raise the volume on my end. That's very weird. No, if you're both saying it's low, it's probably low, but I literally don't have an option to raise it more than it is. Let me see if Windows messed with anything. Is this how we find out about COVID-25? Yeah, you all can't hear me. No, everything looks good there. Oh. Hold on. Thank you, Windows. I hate you. I think I figured out what it is. Do do do. Tell me if this makes it better. Okay, did that fix it? Tell me if that made it a little better. You can't tell if it legitimately did or it just did in your head. You think that it did? Can anyone else confirm? The culprit seems to be Windows. Merchant says, I swear optometrists play sick jokes where 3 and 4 are actually 3 and 3, and 1 and 2 is actually just 1. Maybe, I don't know. Also, hello and welcome, Perry. Hello and welcome, Imagination. I think I got you, but in case I didn't, hello and welcome, Perry. Hope you all are having chill and lovely Sundays. Jaguar, glad to see the kitty in a box. See, what happens is that I have a piece of software on my computer to balance sound and to boost what is otherwise a cheaper microphone in order to make it more functional for streaming and for stuff I have to do. And the problem is that every now and then Windows decides to update, and when it does, it decides my microphone doesn't get to be boosted by the program that I'm using. Because it decides to reinstall or like reconfigure something with their drivers for the microphone. And so OBS uh OBS and the program that I use will both get kicked out of using my microphone by Windows. This has happened since Windows 11 got installed. Which is making me think I need to just finally change something at some point. Exactly. It's not even the program's fault, it's Windows. Which I think is the crazy part. And it's like every time that happens, settings that are working perfectly just stop working. Let me just check one other setting. And the thing is, I checked it before stream and it was fine. I feel like Windows actually just did something in between, because I kid you all not, 4 hours ago I checked it to make sure that everything would be good for stream. And guess what's not good for stream? I'm not going to Linux. Linux has a lot of problems that bother me. You can't just expect settings to stay set like that. Let me speakers. Sound settings, there we go. Microphone. Are you messing with me on this end, Windows? Windows? Windows. Let's see, volume mixer. System sounds. Output device. Input device. Ah, it did lower the volume on my microphone. What the heck, Windows? Why would you do that? Windows, you making Terra look bad too. Yeah, now it's louder. Now I can put my microphone back where it's supposed to be. Windows decided that my microphone volume goes down to 80 instead of being at 100 where it normally is. Who the fuck knows why? Is that more consistent with what you guys expect? Merchant says, what if it's an elaborate form of spyware that arbitrarily increases and decreases the volume on everyone's devices? Perry says, I hear Linux is janky. Merchant says, I'm in an X-Files kind of mood today for some reason. Imagination asks, what's wrong with Linux? Linux is fine if you don't have to ask questions about Linux. Linux functions under Fight Club rules. Because the second you have to ask questions about Linux or bring it up with anybody else, they're going to tell you how you're doing everything wrong, or that you're stupid, or that you're ignorant. On top of that, its compatibility with a lot of other software is not good, and if you have to multitask with certain things, Windows just provides better tools and environments. Some games still don't. I mean, it's gotten a lot better with the SteamOS, but a lot of games still don't function very well. Proton has really fixed that, but no, that's like the last year or two where Proton has really become effective. And a lot of stuff still relies on command prompt, which requires you learning a whole bunch of stuff. And again, if you ask questions, sometimes you get very, very negative answers, like, you should know this already. It just doesn't lend itself to people who are not very tech savvy. And I'm not saying that I'm not tech savvy or that I couldn't use it. it's also, I have to find time to learn an entirely different new system. And when I've tried it before, back in the day, it wasn't quite at the level that I think it's at now. I've tried Mint, I've tried Ubuntu, I've tried everything. The only one that's even remotely operated in a decent fashion was Steam OS. And that's because Steam OS is designed to make things as simple as possible for users. Let's spoopy in here, merchants, X-Files. Merchant says it had an issue on the laptop I was using where if you had the lid closed and opened, it would show the unclocked screen for a split second before showing the lock screen. And from what I've read in forums, the issue has persisted for years while users downplay it by basically saying it's only for a split second, bro. Yeah, no, it's little things like that in Linux that, you know, do bother me. I mean, Windows has its own set of problems, and I'm not defending it. And I'm certainly not going to defend macOS. Imagination says, I don't like that people say RTFM, meaning, yeah, read the manual, but uninviting to noobs. It's not even just that. It's, you could read the manual. You could have a question on how a specific call or function works. And you could have a more technical issue of like, I'm trying to accomplish this particular task that isn't in a manual. And sometimes you'll still get people calling you stupid and telling you that you don't know what you're doing. And there's a mentality of, oh, you don't need GUIs for everything. Oh, you don't need to make the environment, you know, better and more accessible for people. People should just figure it out. Not everybody has time. Not everybody has the energy. And even if I'm someone who does, that's going to create compatibility issues with people that I need to work with sometimes. Perry asks, if Linux folks collaborated with macOS folks, there could be a nice OS happy medium. Colette Macklin. I'm not a fan of macOS, but, yeah. So, I can't speak on that. Can a desktop run on SteamOS? I don't know what you're asking, because you're asking me... Oh, can a desktop run SteamOS? That's a really good question. I don't know where they're up to in that regard. Merchant says, because I would actually be interested in trying. Look it up. There's probably people, like, that have tried it. They probably have it so that you can install the desktop variant, but they're probably gonna not have it so that you would have to load into the Steam client, because that would be a little bit silly, I think, for a desktop. That I would actually be interested in try. Okay, people say that compatibility has improved recently. Guess I'll have to just try it. The new AI Windows seems creepy. I mean, yeah. AI on Windows has been creepy, just like AI on Google's been creepy, and every AI ad that I get on YouTube is creepy. And yes, the character's hair does look like an apple. That is on purpose. Why not Mac OS? I don't like Mac, and I don't like anything that is Apple. I think there's a place for certain users to use Apple, but I don't like the fact that they build all their... Mac itself builds all their machines with proprietary stuff, that they are basically anti-right to repair. They make everything super complicated in order to replace it. if they have a monitor or something that exists that, you know, is an obscure line, you're not going to have access to easy repairs, and sometimes even the regular Mac stores won't be able to do that. On top of that, I find Mac OS to have very purposeful negative design choices. And I've had issues with it since pretty much I've used Mac OS back in 2001-ish. Like, I have never been able to adapt to Mac OS. I don't. And the more it's gotten proprietary and the more that it's been focused on its own file systems, I mean, it's gotten better, again, at compatibility in the past 5-10 years with Windows stuff, but most businesses still like to operate on Windows. And most of the work and stuff, unless you're doing very specific video editing and maybe photo editing, Mac really doesn't suit a person. If you're able to get a used MacBook, because you also have the crowd of people, just being completely real, who buy a MacBook and then they have to buy the next MacBook the next year, and so they'll sell their old MacBook super cheap, and you can get a really high quality unit, like a high quality laptop, for very cheap. If somebody's reselling, by all means go for it. Just try not to integrate into their systems too much, because Mac feels like it functions like the Borg in Star Trek. Like, it's trying to assimilate everything. And it drives me nuts. And Louis Rossmann hates them, the repair guy. Louis Rossmann is absolutely correct about everything he says about most of the tech companies. I don't agree with the guy on certain economic perspectives, and, you know, he is definitely comfortable with some things that I'm probably not, but, you know, for most of the stuff that comes to right to repair and repair stuff, I agree with a lot of what he says. Merchant says the new MacBook Pro desktop start at like $7,000, and even the HDD upgrades cost 3 times what normal HDDs cost. That's what I'm talking about. And once you're in the system, it's hard to get out of Mac's system. Because if you have the iPhone, and then you have the MacBook, and then you have the Apple desktop, and then you have the Apple Watch, and then you have all the other pieces, like, they'll only work with each other. It's not like with Android and Windows, where communication is a lot more open and free, or Android and Linux. So yeah, that's my issues with Macintosh and Apple. Why they charge so much for the HDD space? It's like the hardware that can be expensive. They get people locked down on the Mac cycle. That's the way to do it. Used Macs for sure. Framework laptops are very nice. Merchant says, agreed. Rossmann's awesome. He's libertarian, and I disagree with him on that. But yeah, tech-wise, he's super, super on point. You know what the thing is with Rossmann? And, like, I can't speak to, you know, any specifics, because obviously I've never worked with the guy, and I don't know, you know, I don't have, like, conversations with his employees or anybody that's worked for him or worked with him. But he is literally the embodiment of, if the, like, from what he presents at least, and from what I've heard, he is the embodiment of, if the system could function, he's like the person that should be the model of how that system should probably function. But I just don't think it's realistic to believe that everybody's going to be as good as he tries to be. And like he seems to have a philosophy of trying to take care of his employees, and like I I get the impression that he's a decent guy. Again, I don't know him. I can't say much more than that. Some people get a headless MacBook. Apparently they have not got the screen, but you can connect with the monitor and use that way if you want to start with them for cheap. Yeah, if you're tech savvy enough to be able to do something like that, you know, by all means, if you're able to use used MacBooks or like a headless MacBook and you can make that work, please like go do you, because you can get that stuff real cheap. Merchant says that's a big reason why Time Machine Apple's software is so good in my opinion. They dump a ton of money into making sure people get so used to their proprietary backup software. True. Perry says, I feel like the trade-off with Mac is less degrees of freedom, but that translates to cleaner, more reliable use for select uses. Yes and no, because the lack of degrees of freedom don't always translate to better and more reliable results, in my opinion. Imagination says, Rossman's libertarian and right-leaning, it sounds like sometimes, but his tech views are sound. Merchant says that's a very hilarious but good way of putting it. Merchant says, he strikes me as the type who couldn't live with himself if he screwed someone over. Imagination says he's very New York. But, you know, he's also not somebody, from what I've gotten the impression of, that came from money or came from like a strong economic background. Like he strikes me as someone who got lucky in the system, that he found the right people. He was able to work hard and actually build himself into something. And he strikes me as someone who tried to take care of his employees when he was in New York, from what I saw. But again, like, I'm basing it all off of his videos and things I've heard about him from comments and, like, other stuff like that. So, you know, take all this with a grain of salt. No chance he's come from money. He talks like he knows what struggling's like because he's been there and hasn't forgotten it. And he's even made comments to the fact that other people can't get into the businesses or can't build themselves the way he did. And it's like, sometimes I feel like he's like one step away from taking the leap into realizing that the system is broken and that he got lucky. Like, I'm not trying to take away from his, like, the fact that he worked hard, right? Because part of being lucky is putting yourself out there and being in the right place at the right time. But, you know, I feel like he doesn't fully realize that he is that anomaly that ends up perpetuating a lot of the stuff. Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. Like, I feel like there are times where he's like one bad day away from like putting it all together. The real estate square footage video, yeah, is hilarious because he rips those landlords apart. He absolutely wipes those landlords apart. I am going to actually play the game a little bit while we continue to talk on this. But I'm really glad we kind of paused on that and got the sound sorted and everything like that, because this has been a good talk. Let's see. What if we did wide kick? Let's see if we can pump that up a little bit. And You know what? We'll have to deal. We'll wait a turn. We can take the damage. We're fine. Wow. Okay. That actually sucked. We want to do 20 damage to the one on the left. Let's focus on that first. Let's do Mighty, Radical. Big. Actually, let's see what that'll end up doing. Wait, that's it? Let's do Strike. Maybe we can throw a dragon on there. Radical. Okay, there we go. A little bit dangerous because we might knock the one on the right down. Let's remove dragon. Let's go with incredible, radical, big. That's safe. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can do... Let's try to do 4 damage here. Why would that only... Why is Boot only gonna do 1 damage? Boot is supposed to do 2. I do not know why. Sure. But you're out of the fight. We can end turn on that. And let's see if we can do as close to 20 damage to you and get this over with. Of course you resist it. Yeah, that's fine. This guy is doing weird, like, so much damage. I'm just gonna throw up a barrier just in case. Now I should hopefully just be able to hit you with boot and end the fight. There we go. Okay, we've got a chat going. Imagination says, Linux joke I heard is, how do you know someone uses Arch Linux? Don't worry, you'll know. Oh, people will tell you when they use Linux. Sometimes it feels like it becomes people's personality. It's back. Stories building, walking in the park. Have you seen its real estate videos? Yes, yes, yes. Remember that series? Nobody gave the right measurements. Damn, that doesn't make sense. Imagination says, talking about New York, you think Mamdani will win? He's been facing some Islamophobia recently from Cuomo. Merchant says, I hope so, but we'll see. King John, I don't feel optimistic about things in general these days. I think Mamdani's gonna win. I think it's actually gonna be a landslide. You have Cuomo being attacked on both directions, both Silwa on the Republican side and Mamdani on the DSA side are ripping him to shreds. And it's been hilarious when I've watched the debates. Cuomo's been using the Islamophobia since before the primaries. So I really don't feel like it's going to make that much of a difference. Silwa just comes across like a meme. No, Silwa, if this was an election between Silwa and Cuomo, Silwa would win. I don't think it's fair to say that that's a meme. Silwa, I think, actually is an... I think ignoring Silwa is dangerous. I think ignoring Silwa is the equivalent of ignoring Trump back in 2016. He's got lots of cats. There are some points of view that he has expressed that sound, keyword is sound, like he gets it. I feel like the issue with Silwa is that he probably understands some of the issues much better than someone like Cuomo, but his solution to them is to take the most obvious right-wing populist talking point, and then on other topics, if anybody on the left said anything that he said, they would be called the, biggest communist ever. I'm not even kidding you when I say that. He's made comments in the debates like, oh, we should just take all of the apartment buildings in New York that are scheduled for offices and just turn them into affordable housing. And I'm like, Bert? But then, he supports things like charter schools. He supports, working with Trump, and he with all this stuff. And he supports, Giuliani-esque policies and wants to increase policing. And I'm like, you literally said you're going to take all these office buildings and repurpose them and, like, eminent domain them. He is a strange figure, and the problem is that he's addressing some of the fears, that same fears that Mamdani is, with people who are struggling. And he's still doing the pointing the finger at immigrants thing, and he's still doing a lot of that. He has that right-wing populist vibe about him. And that's really scary. That is something that we should be very afraid of. And I promise you, if Mamdani was not in this race, Silwa would actually have a fighting chance. That's not even a question. Yeah, let's just take that, I guess. We finally got through a fight, yay! Buy. What am I buying? I don't feel like I need to buy anything, really. I think I'm good with what I have. Let me see what my pep-ups are. It's been a week since I... equip more spaces, start with an extra word slot. That's a freebie. Become immune to ice. When landing on a new empty space, randomly recover. Become immune to electric. I think that's fine. Oh, what am I gonna do? Hey, out of our way! What? Who are you? Who cares who we are? Everyone else is jumping ship, why are you still here? Oh, well. I'm supposed to be guarding the way to the captain's treasure. Treasure? What treasure? Just some stuff. Why do you care anyway? Didn't you say everyone's leaving? Most of the crew's already escaped. Surely this treasure isn't worth your life, is it? Well... we don't have time for this. Either move out the way or we're gonna go through you. Oh, it just occurred to me. If I lose this fight, I can't retreat with my honor intact. And if I win, I could take the treasure for myself as a reward. This is genius. Whatever lets you sleep at night, buddy. Oh, shit. First things first. We gotta get that first guy out of the fight now. It's just too much. 15 with a burn. We'll throw up a barrier. And we'll end turn. Jeez. Alright, we're gonna use fast. We're gonna use wide triple fast lullaby and just try to put everybody to sleep. Scratch that, we're not gonna need... Well, yes, we'll use wide, because... reasons. We want to target you and you. Go. Okay, 3 of them are asleep. I just need to do... 1 damage to you. Boom. Fight's over. Oh, that was actually a scary fight. And we'll take that. What do I think about Fuentes Rising? Nick Fuentes is getting more popular. I saw a video about him and recommended. Was from the Current Affairs channel and critiquing. I feel like how do I put this? Nick Fuentes, and a lot of the types like him, are in what I would consider a transitional phase. I think a lot of the Ben Shapiro-esque type people are no longer relevant. They did their job. They convinced a lot of people to start supporting right-wing policy. And now the people with all of the money and power are jumping in and are replacing the people who were the spokespeople of the policies that they were trying to implement. That isn't to say that some of them aren't useful, but you're seeing a lot less Ben Shapiro, you're seeing a lot less Dennis Prager, you're seeing a lot less of these type of figures, and they're not seemingly as useful to the right as I think they once were. I think now they've become so widely accepted that the funding is going directly into the programs, since they have all the power now. So, the question is, for me, when you ask, is what do I think about Nick Fuentes getting more popular? I'm trying to figure out whether or not that's because I don't know what's making him more popular. I'm trying to figure out if that's more of a symptomatic shift in everybody having pushed everyone more right, or if he's doing something specifically that is adapting to the moneyed interests and where they're trying to push everything right now. If that makes sense. Abandoned ship. Hey, what's going on? The ship's headed for a collision. We're all gonna die. What? Oh no. Captain's going down with the ship, but the crew sure isn't. We're taking the anchor ship to escape. Maybe there's room for you as well. I'm not running away. The captain and I have unfinished business. Well, it's your funeral. Wait, hold on. You said you're taking the anchor ship? Is that the pointy black ship Axe was driving around? That would be it. He's the quartermaster, so it's his to command. But it seems he's staying behind with the captain. No one else is, though. That idiot. What about the escape pods? Any of those? Well, there was one, but it seems like our guys already took it. Domino. Oh, there's one more ship you could use to escape. It's in the middle deck hangar. This really old beat-up thing. We picked it up on the forest planet, I think. No one could get it to start. That's where your ship is, Ringo. Well, as long as it stays there, we have a way out. Come on, we're wasting too much time. I guess this is goodbye then. Pleasure sailing with you all. Good luck. Hey there, in a hurry? Yes, actually. How about you move out the way? I thought you guys were jumping ship. Well, I'm taking my sweet time. Now that the captain's gone, I want a front row seat to see her downfall. Well, aren't you sweet? Wait, this guy might actually be useful. Do you know anything about the captain's weaknesses? Oh, I wouldn't know about her weaknesses specifically, but she'll definitely counter anything you throw at her. Yeah, I know, we fought her already. Right. But did you know there's a word that can break through counters? If you use the word modifier perfect, you'll land a clean hit, in spite of any counters, blocks, or whatever. Huh. And if you use the word endure, you'll take 0 damage from the next attack you get. So if you get your hand on either of those words, use them wisely. I'll keep that in mind. Alright, now we can heal up. Is this really the time to be eating? I don't know what's up ahead, so I have to keep my energy up. By eating an entire ship's worth of provisions. We're definitely making a dent on their food supply. Oh, we hit them where it hurts, I guess. Even though most of the pirates seem to have jumped ship. All the more reason not to let food go to waste. Right, Ringo? Can't talk. Too busy eating. Jaguar says the people are doing the work and heavy lifting for them, unfortunately. True. Imagination says, it's like what I worry for England, like if Reform's elected, they'll just move the Overton window more right, but then the Green Party and your party might help, possibly. Merchant says, Fuentes and all those guys seem to only thrive in the months or years before an election. Well, it's also not just the fact that it was before an election. Like I said, a lot of them did their jobs already. Like, they already pushed the Overton window right. They already took over the media space and decided to push it towards the right. They've convinced people of the positions to make a lot of very abhorrent and repugnant policies seem like they're good for people and that they'll somehow help people. With all the culture war stuff that they've been pushing. It's just been a culmination of distraction, while things maneuvered behind the scenes, while also slowly shifting people's perspectives rightward, and doing that whole pipeline thing that was going on. So I feel like a lot of them were more effective in 2018 to 2022. I feel like their mission was accomplished. I mean, you literally had Project 2025 spell out everything that was going to come this year, and more, and nobody batted an eye and still decided to elect who they elected. So I feel like they did their job. They convinced people that DEI was a bad thing, as a collective. They convinced people that a lot of the very good and very sound policies on protecting people through the use of the FDA was bad. They've managed to just, like, set us up for failure, really. Imagination says Labour Party's not been doing well. Well, you all are probably experiencing, or, you know, the UK and Europe is probably experiencing what we experienced 4 or 5 years ago. Y'all are slipping down the same slopes. You're just a little bit slower to get there. It's harder to sell certain things when it's less when some of the points are less obvious, but I mean, Canada, the United Kingdom, the rest of the EU is going to end up slowly being pushed down that same pipeline, now that the US has been pushed here. I think Labour would do better with leadership change because the current crew just keeps doing unpopular policies. I mean, the moment I knew that we were kind of messed up and that we were in trouble, like, if there's a moment that I could place on it, it was the moment that Sean O'Brien went on front of the Republican convention and basically sold labor out. Merchant says they're just better at hiding it for their own long-term sustainability of bigotry. I mean, I don't know how else to put this, but when Europe is able to ignore its racism because there aren't a lot of people from other races around, it makes it easier to seem like Europe is a lot more progressive. And that isn't to say that there aren't people in Europe that are, you know, from various other backgrounds, but it's not the same thing as the US, and it's not the same experience as the US and the way it has had to handle bigotry as very much a immigrant nation for at least the past 130 years. If that makes any sort of sense. It's a very different experience. When they were doing colonialism, it wasn't at home. Kind of like the reverse of what happened where the US kind of benefited from World War II in a way that Europe didn't. Because, you know, World War II was in its backyard. It's kind of like the opposite of that, where colonialism done by the US was very often very much in people's faces and very much at home. It certainly the racism was. It didn't take much to have to look like right down the road to see it. Whereas I feel like a lot of the colonial policies of Europe often was done outside of the purview of the average person. And that doesn't mean supremacist views didn't exist, but if the people that you think you're being supreme towards aren't around, it's easier to hide it. Does that make sense at all? Like, am I being clear? I hope I'm being clear on that, especially considering this is, you know, you're all hearing it. Merchants, okay. It does make sense? Okay. Cool. When would you say people should move? Like, at what point would you say things are too dangerous? I'm not white. And there's been low-level talks with the wider community about other options. I mean, right now, with American fascism being the way that it is, you have people of color from various backgrounds. You have women, you have LGBT people that are all being placed in very similar positions, and very similar realities. And the question that of moving, the first question that comes up in my mind is, move where? Right? Where are you supposed to go? Let's say you have the money and resources to do it. Where are you supposed to go? That is not going to end up exactly where the US is in 5 to 10 years. And I'm more intrigued at that question than I am at the question of when. Because if you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter when. And right now, I still think things are at a very tenuous and a tenuous position because you have several states that are still not fully giving over to the demands of the federal government. I think 2028 is going to be a very interesting year. And that's pretty much what I can say on the matter. Because I don't have the answers. And I don't mean interesting in a good way, for the record. Wow, look at that. I didn't know there were holes in space. That thing is way too close for comfort. I can't believe my eyes. Merchants, I said that 2028 is set to be a very interesting year. And I think a lot of what we're fearful of will be decided by then. Where we're going to land in this is going to be determined by the end of that year. But it's like when it comes to the question of like where, do you think Canada's going to be better? Because Canada already has a bunch of Trump supporters. Do you think that the UK is going to be better? Make sure you're switching over to live chat instead of top chat if you're missing anything. I am trying to read everything out loud, so if you're hearing me say something and you're not seeing it, take a look because YouTube is definitely filtering things. But do you think you're going to go to the UK? And what the UK is, I want to say, 4 or 5 years behind where the US is. Are you going to go to somewhere in the EU, like, say, Germany, which looks like it's about 7 or 8 years behind? You going to go to Russia? Because that doesn't sound great. Like when I say that, I don't mean that in a sense of dismissing the question. It's more so, I genuinely don't know where the answer is. Merchant says the stupid thing reverted to top chat for me without even refreshing the page. Yeah, that'd be YouTube. YouTube be doing that. And I also do want to point out there that a lot of people from the US kind of have this bizarre perspective that the rest of the world is just going to be ready to take people. Don't necessarily count on that. And I don't mean that in a cruel way, but like I wouldn't hedge my bets on being accepted. And even if you do, if you're going to a place that doesn't speak English, because I'm assuming for most people that are here that are talking about fleeing that English is probably at least one of, if not your only language. If you don't have experience speaking another language, you know, that's going to make life a lot harder. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. I'm just being real about the reality of immigrating to another place. needing to follow their rules, their guidelines, their regulations. Basically, the reversal of what all these right-wingers are trying to claim about, people here and the loopholes and everything that are here and in place here to make sure that people can't, immigrate into the United States. All those things that we talk about, that's going to be reversed onto you. And it's not going to be better. So, how do you get the funds on how to go somewhere else? How do you figure out where to go? How do you figure out when to go? How do you figure out if you go? Oh, I don't know. Those are very personal questions. That is going to be as different as every person who needs to make that decision. Every person of color, every LGBT person, every woman, especially, needs to start making decisions. And I don't have the answers. And I don't think any commentator who tells you and is selling you the answers is lying to you, in my opinion. Imagination says, saw a debate yesterday with some right-winger and a liberal, and it got brought into it, and they said, why are you assuming other countries will accept new people if you deport? I mean, we're not accepting people. And if you think another country wants to deal with what they perceived as a bunch of crazy Americans, I don't know about that. We're not exactly favorably looked upon in the world. Not unless we've got money. But getting back to the game, well, I guess chat takes time to respond. Jaguar says if you change the size of the window or tab, YouTube will change the chat settings, just FYI, so look out for that. Thank you for that, Jaguar. I didn't realize that was what was causing it, so that's very appreciated. It's immensely frustrating that, settings apparently can't stay in place, and you'll constantly be told by Windows or YouTube or Google that what you want isn't actually what you want. YouTube is dumb. I can't comment on that. It certainly is making our decisions for us, yeah. Oh, damn. Beautiful, isn't it? Captain, we have to do something. The map, the crew, they're all gone. Ironic, isn't it? That for all of my doubts, you would be the only one to stay by my side until the end. What do you mean? It doesn't matter. None of it matters now. But what even is that thing? Hey, you and I aren't done. So you're still here. Red, I don't know if you've noticed, but we're speeding up. What? That thing is sucking the ship in. Oh no. Captain, we have to pull back. Oh, don't worry, darling. Let her run free. That's an order. But Captain... Axe, somebody has to stop this ship or we're all gonna die. What are you still doing here? I told you to go away. Well, we can't leave now, can we? Just go man the helm or whatever it is you do. We'll buy you some time. Fine. Let me make one thing very clear, handsome. The only one who can give orders on this ship is me. That's a lot of swords. Oh my. That's why they're called the Four-Sword Pirates. Now I get it. Red, let's see if you could still make jokes after a taste of my steel. Boss time. Show me what you're made of. Alright. We already know her weakness, so we're gonna throw Incredible. No, we want to save Triple. Incredible. Dragon Incredible. Knee, that works. And now we want to go Dragon. We're gonna want extra. Oh, never mind. Let's do Triple Dragon. Kick. And then I'm going to use Meditate. And I'm going to use Barrier. End turn. She's in a defensive stance, and my dragons are not ready. I could... You know what? I'm gonna wait. Flame block. Ooh. Then I should just use... Fire Punch to break the flame block. Oh, it won't work at all. Okay, that's fine. Oh, but her flame block is gone. So, Dragon... Extra Dragon... Let's end this with a mighty extra dragon kick. Uh-oh. Why didn't that work? And why is she suddenly immune to the fire? Oh, she had all that shield on. Shit! That just hurt. That just hurt a lot. Also, she's still got a resistance to fire. So... let's do extra tremor. Let's see if we can just get this over. Radical plus extra tremor kick. Fight over. Whew. Enjoy your food, imagination. I haven't felt this in a long time. It almost reminds me of the good old days. Stop blathering and tell me what you did to my brother. Oh yes. Angry little thing, that one. Just like you. What did you do to him? Where did he go? Who knows? You'll have to go down the rabbit hole to find out. As for me, maybe I'll meet him on the other side. In that case, I'll make sure to send your regards. What does she know? No. Red, what are you doing? Get away from there. You want that thing to swallow you up too? But she's gone, Red. We have to go. Now. Captain! What the hell is Axe doing up there? Isn't it obvious? He's trying to go after the captain. That idiot. What do we do? Pigtails, you said you know where our ship is, right? Can you take Red there with you? Yeah, I think so. Good, now listen up, Red. I need you to bring the ship out here without crashing it into anything. Can you manage that? What, really? You're letting me drive again? Can you do it or not? Yeah, of course I can. Then go, what are you waiting for? But what about you? I'm gonna save that idiot even if it's the last thing I do. Now did you get all that, or do I have to repeat myself? Aye, aye, Captain. Yes, sir. Axe, what are you doing? Come back. No. I have to save her. She's gone, Axe. You saw that thing swallowed her up. I can't leave her behind. She helped me, she's all I have left. What about me? Wolf, don't do this now. I'm sorry for everything. I don't need your apologies. I moved on. Well, maybe I didn't. And even if you don't want anything to do with me, I'm not gonna let yourself get killed for this. For somebody who would cast you aside. For someone who doesn't deserve you. You're worth more than that. You don't know what you're talking about. Maybe. But you know me. I'm gonna keep talking out of my ass until you stop me. Axe, please. I know this is all my fault. But I can't make it up to you if we're both dead. Why do I got a feeling that didn't actually kill the captain? By the power of anime! To be continued. Next time on Wonder Stars. Ring, ring, ring. What do you want? Well, hello to you, Mr. Wolf. I haven't heard from you in a while. Damn it, Rabbit. Look, now's not a good time. Oh, do tell. There was a situation. But I'm working on it, okay? Mr. Wolf, are you still in the possession of the map? So you lost it. I see. Look, I can get it back. Oh yes, I trust you will. But even my patience has its limits. Tick-tock, Mr. Wolf. Tick-tock. Of songs and nightmares. Is this the end of the road? With Domino stealing the map pieces and Jezebel's untimely demise, the ragtag crew of the smuggler can't seem to find the way forward. Is Axe friend or foe? Will Canella be allowed to join the adventure? Find out next time on... Wonder Stars. Alright, let's get some level up stuff in. I think we definitely want to improve our max slots with that much honor. That's maxed out now. That's awesome. Let's see if we can buy any... what do we got here? Tsunami. Iceberg. Star. Toxic. Probably want to clear these. Elements are good. Mod. Let's see. ×2 any action, but it takes 2 slots. Okay. Immense. I did use Immense. Precise. Spiritual. When combined with any action word. I'll take Precise. I'll take Spiritual. All words. I'll take Swift. And I'll take Amazing. I don't know if I'm going to use all these. Okay, back to actions. What do I take? Charge. Builds up +5 points on the current turn, and then they're added to the next action. Eh. Drain. Reveal. I'll take Drain. Slash, no. Feast? No. Endure. Endure would have saved us a lot last time. Alright, I think that's what I'm gonna take for now. And now I want to use this to get some stuff up. I want max HP up. And I think I want modifier up. I guess I could spend the last 60 on another move. I'll do smash. Okay, let's... Yeah, we can start this and then we'll, after, I guess, the initial plot, we can take a break. What do I want to take, though? Elements... Iceberg, Dragon... Tsunami... Why is light not available? I'll take Tremor. Mod. Wild is still not back. Alright, we're gonna take extra. And we'll take amazing, I guess. No. I like fast. And I like extra. Big, wide. Special. Radical. Plus. Amazing. I guess great. Immense. And tough. I think that's a decent. Nintendo IP lawyers trying not to sue challenge. Is that what's happening here? Punch, kick, snack, meditate, knee, strike, boot, and you know what, I'm gonna take punch off for smash and endure. I don't like that I don't have block. I do have endure. I think I'll be okay. Let's just do balanced. Of songs and nightmares? Doo-doo-doo. Nashi? Ringo, wake up. Oh, by the way, I realized entirely who, hold on. Give me a second to collect the thought. I realized finally who Canella is probably based off of. It took me a minute. But part of me wondered if Canella is based off of, what's her face from Revolutionary Girl Lieutenant. She has the same glasses. It's almost like they merged a Sailor Moon character with her, and what is her name? Hold on, it's bothering me. Oh, Anthe. Anthe was her name. Himemiya Anthe. Yeah. Canella? I can't unsee it now. I think you were having a nightmare. Huh? I don't even remember falling asleep. I must have dozed off after Wolf switched to autopilot. Yeah, we've been drifting for a while. I still can't believe what happened back at the pirate ship. I mean, is it normal for a hole like that to appear out of nowhere? Well, I'm not an expert, but I've read about similar phenomena. It must have been some kind of rift in the fabric of space. But I don't think that was a normal... She even has the same posture? Yeah. When it hit, it was like, oh, that was so obvious. I don't think that was a normal black hole by any means. It was all really scary. I know, but everything's gonna be okay now, I promise. But what happens now? What are we gonna do? Oh, I still need to find my brother, even if we don't have have the map anymore. And I guess you're part of the team now. If it wasn't for your help, we wouldn't have been able to escape from the pirate ship. Can I really stay here with you? Oh, I've always wanted to go on an adventure. And I'd love to help you search for your brother, but I should probably ask Mama Pasa for permission. I wouldn't want her to worry. Then it's settled. Come on, let's go tell Wolf. Is Axe with us or no? Yeah. So, can I get you anything? There's not a lot of food since Red eats most of it. And there's gluten in everything, probably. But I think I saw some rice cakes at the back of the pantry. Wolf. Honestly, you should eat those right away. Red's gonna wake up any time now, and she'll eat whatever she can. Wolf! What? Why are you being so nice to me? Aren't I always nice? I put you in danger. You know I like to live dangerously. And the kid... she can take care of herself, evidently. Blew up your bike. Yeah, okay, I'll admit that one hurt. I can't just sit here and eat rice cakes and pretend everything's fine. Sure you can. No, I can't believe this. I was so angry with you. But now, you're the one picking up the pieces. Of course you are. It's always you. I said I was gonna make it up to you. That's the worst part. I feel so guilty. Jezebel's gone. I couldn't save her. But you saved me, and I'm so happy that you're here. Does that make me a terrible person? Who cares? You're still here. That's all that matters. Yo. Jeez. Where the hell did you come from? You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, we didn't mean to scare you. You two haven't officially met, right? Axe, this is Canella. Canella, that's Axe. You're one of the witches from the forest, right? Yep. Cool. Speaking of witches, Pigtails, are you ready to go back? Wait, go back? What do you mean go back? To her coven? You know, where she belongs? But I told her she could stay with us. She's part of the team now. We're not a team, and you can't just bring her along like that. I'm gonna get charged with kidnapping. It's not like that. We're gonna go ask Mama Pasa for permission. Well, there's someone you forgot to ask. Me. And you're not getting my permission. What? Canella left everything behind to save us. If Axe can stay, so can she. Don't pull me into this. I haven't even decided I want to be here. Red, that's not the same and you know it. What if something happens to her? You might be able to pull your own weight. But I'm drawing the line here. Oh, dear, please don't fight because of me. What are we even doing here anyway? The map's gone, Domino took it, and your brother's pocket watch was empty. So he doesn't have a piece anymore. How are you gonna look for him now? Haven't thought that far, huh? Wait, I know. Axe. Huh? What does Axe have to do with... You work for Jezebel. You have to know what she did to my brother. How would I... Wait, that's it. If anyone knows where Domino might have gone with the map, it's you. What? I don't. Forget Domino. Tell me about my brother. I don't know. I don't know anything. Can't you people give me a minute? I just saw somebody I care about get swallowed up by a hole in space. My head hurts just thinking about it. Please don't shout. I don't like when people shout. Canella, what are you? That song, it's... I feel so sleepy. Oh dear, I'm also... You know, we'll be back in a few minutes. I need a nap. Break time. See y'all in a few. Alright, everyone, I think we're back. Just grabbing my stuff. Putting my headphones in. Hope everybody had a good break. Hope you had water. Got something to drink. Okay, I think we're good. Give me one moment and then we'll be set. And okay, I think we're good. There we go. We're on the same side now, I think. Right. Awkward. Tell me about it. Where are we anyway? Last thing I remember, we were all back on the ship and then... nothing. Right. Maybe we should try looking for Wolf and Canilla. If we're here, then they should be around here somewhere. Fine, but stay close. Wolf will never let me hear the end of it if something happens to you. Hey, I can take care of myself. Sure you can. Ooh, axe joined. Bomb blast implosion. A standard explosion that damages all targets for 5. Big explosion. Reverse explosion that damages all targets to BP, but BP only. That could be useful. Sure, let's do that. This place is real weird. I can't even tell up from down. Oh, you know what? Maybe we just need a different perspective. Oh, what are you doing? Just trying a... just trying a different outlook in life. By standing upside down? You never know. You should try it. I don't think I can do that. What, have a different outlook? No, stand upside down. Really? But it's so easy. It's like when you're about to do a cartwheel, but you just stand in place. I can't do a cartwheel either. Well, that's just sad. You should at least try it. I think I'm too old for this. Nonsense. Come on, just bend backwards. Stop pushing. I'm gonna lose my balance. Ugh. How about you save the acrobatics for fights, huh? Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we're getting our spoopy episode after all. Also, does not look like I can negotiate with zombies. Big radical dragon bomb! Ruh-roh. Alright. Very slow debuff. Indoor. Iceberg knee. Very smelly bite. Zo. Zombies. What the hell? Urgh. They saw us. What do we do now? Well, we don't have a lot of options, do we? What should I do? Ask Axe for help. Axe, do something. What? Why me? You're the adult. Oh, now you want to rely on me. Just get us out of this. Okay, fine, I have an idea, but it's a long shot. Here it goes. What are you doing? I'm dancing. How is that gonna help? I saw it in a music video once. Zombies like dancing. That doesn't make any sense. But it's working. Look. Urgh. What? How do they even know the moves? It's in their blood. They're dead. They're zombies. They have no blood. Whatever, let's get out of here while they're distracted. Oh, but now I kinda wanna watch the show. Weren't you scared? Make up your mind. Controller? Hello. Treasure get. Huh. Immense tsunami boot. Dragon knee. Treasure get. If the target has the blind status... Okay, yeah, we're not doing that, though. Wait, hang on a second. What's wrong? I think there's something in my pocket. Oh, look. Oh, you're giving it to me? Thanks. Wait, I wasn't. What's wrong? Ugh. Nothing, you can have it. Just... I guess that's the last of my worldly possessions. What do you mean? Well, most of my stuff was on the anchor ship that the crew used to escape. Something else blew up when the captain's ship exploded. All I have left are the clothes on my back. All right. You can have your thing back. Nah, really, it's fine. It's just not like I had much in the first place. Wolf and I used to be on the road all the time, so I'm used to traveling light. Makes sense. Huh? Looks like there's something else in here. What is it? It's my Game Buddy handheld console. Forgot I put it inside my jacket pocket. Oh, thank goodness you're alive, buddy. I thought I lost you. That's so cool. Can I play with it? No. Oh, come on. I said no. So, we've been walking for a while? Yeah. There's no sign of Wolf or Canella. Uh-huh. And I'm pretty sure we're standing upside down, relative to where we started. Really? The only explanation I can think of is... We're dead and this is the afterlife. What? I mean, think about it. We just saw a hole in space collapsing on itself. What if we never actually made it out of there? I can't be dead, I have things to do. Well, what other explanation can you come up with? I don't know, maybe we're in a different dimension or something. Or maybe Wolf hasn't cleaned the ship's oxygen filter in a while, and we're having a carbon monoxide-induced hallucination. What's carbon monoxide? Never mind. Jaguar's like, I totally feel that, Ringo. Too many things to get done still. Yeah. And we all know what happens if you have too many things left to do when you pass on. You know. I wish Wolf were here. He'd know what to do. Well, sorry you got stuck with me instead. I didn't mean it like that. Whatever, can we just not talk about Wolf? You brought him up first. And now I'm telling you to drop it. You really are a couple of idiots. What are you even talking about? Wolf told me what happened, you know. That big fight you had. It's obvious you miss him just as much as he misses you. So just make up already. He told you about that? Yeah, but I had to pry it out of him. He wasn't much of a talker at first either. What about you? Aren't you going to tell your side of the story? Ax, are you alright? I can't move. What? Those things behind you? What are those? Don't get close. Don't worry, I'll protect you. Wait. Well, shit. Fast tremor bomb. Battle over. Bye-bye. So much for a boss fight. I told you not to get close to those things. Axe, you snapped out of it. But why am I feeling so hopeless? Power down? Your words aren't coming out right. -1 space to equip action words. Ugh, now I got you too. Look, I know you like to fight your way out of every situation, but I think we better stay away from these monsters. Easier said than done. There's more coming. What do we do? You know, I heard there's a special Kia word for these kinds of situations. Let me guess, it's run. I knew it. Damn it, the monsters are getting close. I wish we had a way to stall them somehow. Actually, this reminds me of when you were chasing us. Wolf had to bribe the Star Nuts to slow you down. That was him? But we haven't seen anyone who could help us over this time around. Maybe we should try our luck with these and hope for the best. But we can always fight our way through if we run out of options. I'd rather not. Darling. Captain? What? Axe? I heard her. I just heard the captain's voice. Captain? Axe, she's not there. The monsters are playing tricks on you. But don't fall for it. You're with us now. If you leave me alone in this place, I'll never forgive you. You're right. Sorry. Come on, we have to find the others and get out of here. Yeah, okay. Uh-oh. Power up. Hey, I have an idea. What is it? You see how the floor is made of black and white tiles? Maybe if we just step on the white tiles, we'll be able to get away from the monsters. Well, what's the logic behind that? Well, you know what? Never mind. Let's keep moving before the monsters catch up to us. It's not really working out well. Watch out! What? Ah! Why was there a hole in the ground? I don't know, it just opened beneath our feet. Why are we still falling? It has to stop at some point, right? Right? Zombie. Jaguar says, during the break I made myself a soup by using leftover noodle water from the noodles I made earlier. Right before stream, I added some bouillon and soy sauce, and it warmed me right up. Nice. I hope you enjoyed. Big extra dragon knee. I'll take the extra health. Yeah, that really does sound good, Jaguar. I'm a little jealous. Especially doing this, like, raspy voice for Axe. I could use some soup. Hey, I think we finally shook off the monsters. Are you okay? No. Why are those things chasing us? I have no idea, but they look kind of familiar. What do you mean? Have you ever heard of, sleep paralysis? Is that when you sleep very soundly? No, it's the opposite. Sleep paralysis happens when you're half awake and half asleep. Your eyes are open, but you can't move or speak. And sometimes your eyes play tricks on you, and you see things. Things that aren't really there. Like those monsters we just saw? Exactly like those monsters. It felt like I was getting sleep paralysis when they first showed up. So that's how you knew to stay away from them. Yeah, but it's not like I'm asleep right now. Even if you get sleep paralysis, you eventually wake up. Wake up? Axe, I think I know how we got here. Really? Yeah, back at the ship. We were all arguing, right? And then Canella started singing. I think she made us fall asleep with her lullaby. She can do that? Yeah, and now we're trapped in some kind of dream world. Or maybe we're all having the same dream somehow. Ring, ring, ring. What was that? Sounds like a phone ringing? Wait, I think I recognize this place. Really? Yeah. Looks like the graveyard at the orphanage Wolf grew up in. Did you say graveyard? Come on, I think Wolf might be around here somewhere. Wait, don't leave me alone. Fall's definitely the time for soups. Agreed. It has the advantage of having noodle flavor and nothing wasted. There were little pieces of noodle, so it was kind of like fideos. Yeah, fideos are like Latino-style noodles. They remind you of the single-serving chicken noodle soup packs. Kinda like that. Look, I can get back. Oh yes, I trust you will. But even my patience has its limits. Tick-tock. Mr. Wolf. Tick-tock. Wolf! Shit. I knew I'd find you here. Heh. This is not how these things usually start. Is this a good dream or a bad dream? I guess it really doesn't matter as long as I get to see you. What are you talking about? Wolf, you figured out this is a dream too? Red? Wait, are you two really here? Like, here? Yeah, I think Canella made us fall asleep with her lullaby. And now we're all trapped together in some kind of dream world. What? Don't be mad at her, I'm sure it was an accident. I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. That's worse. Look, can you try and process on the way? We're kinda being chased by some freaky nightmare monsters. Nightmare monsters? Yeah, with claws and wings and creepy little eyes. Shit. We need to find Pigtails. We need to get out of here right now. What do you think we've been trying to do this whole time? Well, it's time to try harder. Hey, what's got your fur all ruffled? Nothing. Come on, you two. Stop bickering and let's go find Canella. And... Alright, what's our path forward here? All three are goals. I want that heal. And I probably want that free item. So we're gonna try to go up to the right. Alright, let's start with that. Tsunami Bomb! Let's see if we can pull off 7 more damage. Should be able to. Wild Strike. Kick. Battle over. Nice. Friendly fire. 2 points for all actions made with the fire element. 3 extra spaces for action words. I'll take this one. Oh, are we not being chased anymore? Wolf? What are you doing all the way back there? What do you mean? I'm over here. Yeah, he's right next to me. If you're there, then who's that? Is that me? Wait, is that how I look from this angle? That's what you're gonna focus on? This is supposed to be your dream, right, Wolf? Maybe you're your own worst nightmare. Trust me, I've had worse nightmares. Well, maybe this isn't a nightmare. Maybe it's just a part of yourself that you buried deep in your subconscious. And now it wants revenge for being pushed away all the time. Lucky for you, I know all of his weaknesses. Oh yeah, I made him eat dirt when we first met. I don't like where this is going. Oh, come on. Where's your fighting spirit? Yeah, conquer yourself. Alright, whatever. Time to dance. Was not expecting a boss fight. Alright, let's do Iceberg. Radical. Amazing. Fast. Retro. Amazing, radical, iceberg, boot. Go. Wild. Radical. Extra Radical Wilds. Special Big Extra Radical Wild Me, go! Not too bad. We did it! I don't feel any different. Was that supposed to do anything to my subconscious or whatever? Who knows? Maybe you were, who you were before wouldn't have been able to defeat your shadow. You think I've changed that much? I mean, from what I've seen, yeah. You seem a lot more open to rely on others. Or maybe he hasn't changed and he was able to win because we're here. I guess that could be it, yeah. Hey, I don't think it matters anyway. In the end, you're still stronger with or without us. That's surprisingly deep coming from you. Are you calling me dumb? Treasure get. Spikier. Ha! Who goes there? Is that a crow? And it talks. Weird things have happened. You have incurred the wrath of the Crow Council. You must pay the price or else. What? But we haven't done anything. You have wandered into our territory, and we shall punish you as we see fit. But if you cooperate, you will be rewarded. So what will it be? I choose to fight. Of course she does. You present us with a great defense one way or another. You shall pay. I don't know how to feel about fighting a bunch of defenseless birds. Oh, they're tougher than they look, trust me. Less talking, more fighting. I'm gonna take the chance that they are not weak to this. Dragon Bomb! Oh crap. Ugh. What? What's going on? I just saw it. Cockroach. Really? What? They're gross. There it is again. Where? Over there, do something. Me, why me? You're closer. I don't see it? Axe, what are you doing? Using you as a shield in case it starts flying. You guys are pathetic. I'll get rid of it. What should I do? So, is it dead? I mean, it's gotta be. Guys? There's something pushing back against my boot. What? No way, push harder. I am pushing harder. It pushed me off. It's the cockroach. It's alive. Is it wearing a pair of tiny boxing gloves? Ouch, it's fighting back and it's really strong. This is unbelievable. Alright, I give up. You lost 15 HP. I can't believe you lost against a cockroach. Yeah, who's pathetic now, huh? Shut up. Use meditate. What if I just do Dragon Ball? Hopefully they're not weak to it. Dragon Bomb! I'll take the free pep up. Wild. Wide. Me. Big, wide, wild knee. Go! And then if I can pull off, what, 3 or 4 damage here? Of course. Huh. Tremor boot. You're out of the fight. Now for you, let's do Tsunami boot. And let's try try Iceberg Boot. But I need more damage. Yeah, that works. Radical Iceberg Boot. Battle over. Ringo, is that you? Is that Grandma? Red, be careful. This is a dream, remember? It's not really her. I know, I missed her. Well, it doesn't look like she's gonna do anything to us. I guess you could talk to her. So that's her grandma? She looks tough. Like you wouldn't believe. Hey, Grandma. Why the long face, kiddo? I thought you were having fun on your adventure. Yeah, I am. It's just... sometimes I remember how things used to be. When it was just Nashi, you and me, and... I wish I could go back sometimes. Well, the problem with looking back so much is that it makes it hard to go forward. I know. Those memories will always be there, Ringo. And no one can take them away from you. But there are so many wonderful things ahead of you. You wouldn't want to miss that, would you? No, of course not. Then keep looking forward, kiddo. Yeah. Thanks, Grandma. And don't forget to brush your teeth. Grandma. Hey, you've really grown, haven't you? You got a new pep-up. Red, you okay? What happened? I don't know, she just vanished. But it's okay, it was nice talking to her. Well, that's good. There are some nice dreams around here after all. Yeah, I'm glad. Like a dragon. Take the free power-up. Mod limit +1. A Yakuza reference in my video game? Couldn't be. Special Radical Extra Tremor Bomb. Go! Oh, they both resisted. Shit. Wild Wide Strike. Jaguar says, I love Grandma's apron. Why the arm thingies though? What is it supposed to be? I don't remember what arm thingies you're talking about, unfortunately. Grandma had like an armband on her muscles. Yeah, I'm not. I'd have to see it again. Let's do... Great knee. I want like 11-ish damage. And yeah, I'm gonna take the chance on that. Wild, big, great knee. Battle's over. I'm gonna need so much water after this. Axe's voice is shredding my vocal cords. Power up. Now let's see what I can buy. Steel slice. Jab gun. Beast. Poison, thunder, wave, tornado, fire. Tougher. Sturdier. Buy it. We're in a dream and you're drinking coffee. So, I mean, it's black with no sugar. And you don't even need the caffeine. Some people actually like the taste of coffee, unlike you. I like coffee. That iced coffee you drink barely qualifies as coffee. Like you're any better, you'll drink the cheapest instant coffee from the supermarket. I guess we're both disappointments to coffee purists everywhere. Who cares? Just drink whatever you want. Adults are so weird. Isn't that the truth? Good coffee is very good. Ah! Oh no, that sounds like Canella. She might be in trouble. We have to save her. Red, white! Oh, Mr. Stitches, you say the funniest things. Canella? Ringo, you're here. Okay, can I just say that when I'm doing Axe's voice, I have to go very deep to get that rasp. Where I'm just coming down like this, almost like... I don't know, like, I'm going for something in between, like, Vegeta and Axel from Kingdom Hearts. Got it memorized, but with just a little bit of that Vegeta rasp in it. And, like, coming up to Canella's voice is such a relief on my throat after doing Axe's voice for so long. Good lord. Ringo, you're here. Would you like to join our tea party? Tea party? But the monsters. Monsters? What monsters? There you are. Pigtails, you have to get out of here now. Oh dear, you're already here, aren't you? You made us all fall asleep with your lullaby, remember? Oh, that's what happened. Please, I didn't mean to. It's just... I usually sing to myself when I feel overwhelmed. And when everyone started arguing, I didn't know what else to do. I must have started with singing my lullaby without realizing it. So you used your magic on us. It was an accident. I'm really sorry. Canella, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Wolf, she already apologized. An apology isn't gonna cut it. She has to make up for it and get us out of here now. I don't know how. What? So you trapped us in here? She didn't do it on purpose. Wolf, just cut her some slack. Why are you on her side all of a sudden? There are no sides here. Why are you being such an asshole? Can't you see she already really feels bad about all this? We can't all bottle up our emotions and carry on like you. What does that have to do with anything? Everything. Guys, stop. You're just making it worse. I'm sorry. Oh, come on. And now you made her cry. I hope you're proud of yourself. Jerk. Look, I'm sorry, okay? Please don't cry. You hate me, don't you? That's why you want to send me back to the coven. What? No, little help here. Maybe get on your knees and beg for forgiveness. Time to put your money where your mouth is. Alright, I was an asshole, and I'm sorry. Come on, Pigtails, Canella. Please don't cry. I promise I don't hate you. You don't? Of course not. Look, I get it. I was out of line. I shouldn't have gotten mad at you like that. But even if you brought us here by accident, it doesn't change the fact that this place could be really dangerous. So yeah, I lost my temper. But I don't want anyone to get hurt. That includes you. Really? Yes, really. So you won't send me back to the coven? No, he won't. No, I won't. But you really need to ask the old lady for permission. Okay. Yay, Team Red is back in action. Team what? It's a working title. So, can somebody explain how this lullaby thing works? Right, you're new here. Well, it's supposed to just be a simple sleeping spell. It doesn't always work, but I've used it countless times with no issues. But that doesn't explain the nightmare monsters, right? No, the spell's supposed to give you nice dreams. But maybe it's my fault for not casting it properly? Again, I'm really sorry, everyone. What if it's not your fault? Huh? You said you've used the spell countless times without any issues. What if you did everything right, but then someone else attacked us? After we fell asleep? What? We're under attack. Isn't that kind of a reach? Is it, though? Pigtails can make people fall asleep to nice dreams. What if someone had the opposite ability? You mean the power to create nightmares? But it was just the four of us back at the ship. Maybe they don't have to be physically present to use their ability. That sounds way too complicated. Besides, who would even attack us right now? We don't even have the map anymore. I'm just considering the possibilities. How about we try and come up with ideas to leave this place instead? Like I said, if I could make people fall asleep. But I wouldn't know how to wake us up from inside a dream. Oh, I know. What if we jump off a cliff and fall to our deaths? I always wake up if I die in a dream. What? No, Ringo, please don't do anything reckless. Red, this isn't a video game. Well, Wolf. Well. What? I'm just saying. Ruh-roh. What's happening? It's the nightmare monsters. They're coming back. Help! Ringo? They took her. We have to go after them. Oh, shit. Unexpected? I'm now playing as Wolf. I want bomb. I guess I could take bomb and blast. I guess I could take bat and spear. Maybe take smash, block, and evade. Oh, but I want lullaby. Hold up. Hold up. I also should have claw. Let's ditch evade. Let's take claw. Spear, bat. We can take rid of bat for claw. Not bat. For lullaby. No. Alright, that'll have to do for now. And on this side, I need to get rid of tough and replace it with sharp. Superior, big, spikier, plus swift. No, I have one other spot I could use. I guess we could go with... I guess we could do superior. Oh no. What? Look who it is. Well, hello, Mr. Thief. Are you here to see Ringo in the tournament? Who is that? That's Red's grandma. Shit. Wolf, you know it's not really her. Still, you know I told her to get me a front row ticket? And she did. I guess she could really do anything when she sets her mind to it. Yeah, isn't she something? Wolf, come on. We gotta keep looking. Right. Yeah, I don't know what those are supposed to be. Hey, you. You're Applehead's friend, right? Man, she really left me in the dust. Can't believe she got so far in life. I hope she remembers me when she's famous. Gotta keep her humble, you know? Don't let it get to her head. I mean, it's already big as it is. It sounds like you're very good friends with Ringo. I wouldn't be so sure about that. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Oh no, are you alright? What happened? I saw some awful monsters. Where did they go? Did you see a girl with them? She's got a big head and her hair's an apple red. No, I didn't see her, but you should stay away from those monsters. Why? If you get scared, it lowers your spirit. You can't gain any SP and it's hard to fight. That sounds awful. Is there anything we can do to help you? Scared. So scared. He's not real, Pigtails. Let's just leave it at that. Oh, wow, it doesn't have anybody on the front. I was wondering if Wolf was going to be up front. Blast. Big Wild Claw. Why was that a silhouette of Grandma that did that attack? Was that just me? Dragon Bomb. That time it was one of the monsters. So weird. Special Big Tremor Extra Wide Claw. Gotta end turn. Not much I can do. I wonder if Lullaby will work on you. Nope. Worth a shot. Iceberg Smash. Oh, I didn't pick up the free item up here. Power up! I'll take the extra health. Not gonna say no to more health. Wide big tsunami claw. That worked. Great Tremor Spear. I don't have any attacks. Yeah, I'll have to end turn. Water Shields. Dragon Claw. It's kind of surreal not having Ringo in the party. Iceberg Bomb. Peace out. Wide Amazing Tremor Claw. You know, compared to some of the other ones I've had. Reduce damage received by 2 points does not sound bad. Let's see. Right now that's absolutely useless because I'm not fighting bosses. Alright. Blast! Does this area just feel like an excuse to fight the same bosses? Not really. I mean, they've been reusing some enemies, which is true, but I don't know. It hasn't felt like too out of place. Oh, that's amazing, actually. Oh, thank goodness. We can add bats. I can add drain. And I can put kick. We can shop. See if there's anything else we want. Replicate of pummel gun. Slice, snack. Weave, water, wind dragon. I think I'm good for now. Oh, I see. This is going to end up leading to the fight at the beginning of the game. Look, there's Ringo. Red, say something. Are you okay? Guys, I'm fine. What happened to the nightmare monsters? He drove them away. Oh, are we going to fight her brother? We're going to fight her brother. Is that my brother? It's always been my dream to fight in the Kia tournament, but I don't want to fight him. Are you sure that's him? I mean, he looks kinda... I know it's not really him, it's just a memory. Or a dream, I don't know the difference anymore. Ringo. So this is the dream you keep having, huh? It's not a dream, it's a nightmare. Ringo, the nightmare you had earlier. Is this it? Yeah, I know I'm supposed to fight him. But no matter how hard I try, I always lose. And then I wake up and he's gone. Wait, that's it? What? The nightmare makes you wake up. I was with you when it happened, remember? Maybe if we let the nightmare run its course, it'll make us all wake up. Worth a shot. But that means I have to fight him. And then I'll lose, and then he'll leave. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to be alone again. Oh, Ringo. Blast! Axe, what the hell are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing? Look, kid, if you want to sit this one out, that's okay. If fighting can get us out of here, then I'll take care of it then. Axe? Oh, look, you idiot. Look out, you idiot. Claw! The power of friendship! Wolf. Well, Axe kinda beat me to the punch. But even if we have to let the nightmare run its course, doesn't have to be you who fights him, right, Red? So, why don't you let the adults take care of things for once? The power of friendship compels you. Light spell! Canella? I'm sorry, Ringo. This is all my fault. If I'm really going to keep having adventures with all of you, then I have to make it up to everyone. Guys. It's battle time, isn't it? Ringo is back. Oh, shit. Time to... We won't meditate. Hold on. You know what? Clear the whole thing. We're gonna want meditate. We're gonna want knee. We're gonna want strike. We're gonna want punch. We're gonna want kick. We're gonna want boot. Smash. We'll go with claw. And drain. For elements, we're gonna go dragon, iceberg, tsunami, and tremor. For mods, we're gonna include extra, fast, big. We probably won't need wide. Radical, special, plus, wild. Superior. Tougher. Big. Swift. Amazing. I think that works. Alright, let's do this. Fight! Wild extra dragon knee. Immune. Mistakes may have been made. Let's see. Superior Tsunami Smash. Crap, if he's immune to all her attacks, then I am completely... screwed here. Wild plus fast Tremor Claw. Yeah, mistakes were absolutely made. Amazing Radical Dragon Drain. Iceberg Claw. Special extra big wild Iceberg Claw. Go! Shit. Extra superior Dragon Claw. Plus fast Tsunami Drain. Amazing big radical iceberg claw. He has a guard up. Extra big radical dragon drain. Oof, I pulled that off. Nashi, question mark, defeated. Drain is what saved me there. And that's the ability that I don't think I was planning on buying at the beginning. We're back! It worked! Oh, thank goodness. Ugh. Ringo, what's wrong? The dream. I already forgot all about it. Yeah, it's kind of fuzzy, isn't it? Who cares about the details? We got out. No, wait, it's coming back to me. Really? I guess not. But wait, I did remember something else. What is it? I think I know where Domino might have taken off with the map. Alright, you heard him, Wolf. Set the course. Oh yeah, we're going after Domino. So that was your filler episode, everybody. Axe doesn't know anything, obviously. But Jezebel definitely did something to my brother. Domino's the only other person who might know what happened. Plus, it doesn't sit right with me that he stole our hard-earned map pieces. That's some sound logic, Red. I'm impressed. In that case, I guess I'm tagging along. If Domino thinks he can get away with scot-free after betraying us, well, he better think again. Easy, Tiger. Does anyone have pen and paper? What for? I need to write to Mama Pasta and let her know that I'll be traveling with you for a while. Right, Wolf? Right, but wouldn't a phone call be better? There aren't any phones at the Coven, and I wouldn't know how to send a transmission from the ship. Also, I might need your signature, Wolf, since you're stepping up as my temporary guardian. Aw, yay, if you adopt Canilla, then we can hang all the time. I'm not adopting anyone. Well, Domino better get ready now that we're all together. I'm tired of running away and being chased all the time. I think it's time to do some chasing of our own. Next time on Wander Stars, we are taking the pose of the Yu Yu Hakusho crew as they head into their first fight. Oh man, this game's been a trip. Oh, yeah, the Moonlight Detective of Metro Valley. This is gonna be Yu Yu Hakusho. The Moonlight Detective of Metro Valley. Trying to find clues about Domino's whereabouts, our heroes set out on a quest for empanadas, underground fighting rings, public concerts, and more. But how is this all related to the recent sightings of a mysterious figure lurking in the shadows? Find out next time on Wander Stars. Alright, let's do some leveling up, and then we'll call it a stream. What do we want? Iron. Metal. Dark. Tornado. Blizzard. I want that. Let's see. Meteor? Actions are 50 and no. Wicked, if the target has scared stat, no. Instant. All words used alongside this mod have their cooldowns reduced by 8 turns. But that's 14 cooldown. So basically you're not using that very often, if you do use it at all. I'll take it though. I'll take very... I'll take stronger. Alright, and... I don't think incoming attacks have a chance to miss for 2 turns. Curse, I'm good. Reveal. Evade. Stab. Theft. Slice. I'll take slice. And I'll take slash. Parry. Charge. Deflect. Break. Guard. Counter. Alright, let's do some stat stuff. I want SP. Let's do another action word. Let's do another element. Let's do another element. Let's do another action. Now action and mod are pricey. Now it's dealer's choice. I'm gonna go with SP. And another element. And then... I'll take break, I guess. Alright, so next time we do episode 7 of Wanderstars. I will give you all 5 minutes. Hope you all enjoyed, hope you all had a chill time. And until next Sunday. Yeah. Well, this game's been super fun. I'm enjoying the anime themes. I'm enjoying everything a whole lot. But with all of that in mind, and all of that said, my name is Anarchist Terra. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time on Wanderstars. I'm gonna go get a lozenge for my throat because Axe's voice is shredded me. Have a good one. Bye for now.